magics grant you an elemental boon. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting. No harm in picking a few.
I'll not stand for this. I dread to let me go with my head held high.
'Tis a ballista arisen.
Not at the expense of my duty.
Such trouble I've caused for you, Arisen. I am sorry.
Beg pardon if my hospitality, but if you seek a bed and you've the coin, 'tis yours. No questions asked.
Glad to be of service, sir.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
I don't feel safe here.
I've no need to preen. Let my fur lie with me.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Imagine you'd want to stay and
Beg pardon if my hospitality, but if you seek a bed and you've the coin, 'tis yours. No questions asked.
Shall we get some rest then? I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Got to face it. No one's coming to
Mayhap I'll buy myself a new wishing my armor can wait.
I'm gonna tease it.
Or to polish up my gear for tomorrow. My shift's done. I'm off to the tavern.
Sets my thoughts down dark
Mustn't
paths.
let the captain see my knees.
Mayhap I'll treat myself.
You shall answer for this.
What do you mean? Swearing? I'd soon be home. 'Tis just another day, same as the one before.
What is it? Has something happened? You ought at least rest for the evening. There should be a spare bed in the lodge. Only don't go rushing off before you're ready. Take...
Is all watching me? Swearing?
I'd rather not draw steel if I could. Avoid it.
It is hard to imagine a world empty of monsters.
A contraption of some kind. I know not what to make of it. How shall we proceed, Arisen?
We pawns will be ready to respond, whatever the outcome.
dragon. Heed my call. Your will is mine to command. Curses. This arrival of the true Risen is most inopportune. Sovereign of Vermin, the ritual must not be disturbed. Let not the Arisen approach. You can manage that, I trust.
It is of vital import that we have a word with Lord Bates. The Pretender need not be present. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment. The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns! Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Your efforts are for naught, Arisen. Now, simply watch as this world's hollow and fruitless order is remade by my hand. The ritual is complete. The dragon comes. Behold! The Royce Dragon! By my power, the Dogma of Dragons is unmade. You could ne'er understand, Arisen. We must all be freed from the vulgar order wherein the dragon's existence determines all. Not enough. Cursed Arisen. You've doomed us all to a cycle. And you...
Greetings, Arisen. Hast thou summoned the resolution to face me? Then answer me this. Why dost thou fight? Is it to reclaim thy flesh, thy stolen heart? Or is it to reclaim thy throne? I offer thee a choice. Grant unto me this life in my claws, and be gone from this place. Or stand and fight. Pitiable Arisen. The time for thou to make thy choice is come. Show me the path thou wouldst walk. Go, and thou shalt live. Intriguing. This then is thy must fulfill our charges. I, as the dragon, and thou as the Arisen. Climb upon me. We shall depart for our true battlefield. Thou wishest to dismantle the world's will, just as I do. Yet dost thou know what awaiteth the world, should it meet such a fate? 'Twould become a fleeting, fragile, vacuous thing, bereft of the cycle. Naught would be born into it save chaos, great and terrible. Surviving in such a world would be simple.
No, stay away.
Pray. Turn back.
Leave now, while you can.
You have strayed, Arisen. And for what? Lest you forget. You have a world where you belong. There, you are to fell the great evil in your path and rule the people as their sovereign. For that is who you are. And it is my wish that you should live out that life of purpose. The time has come for you to return. Go. My children shall see you there safely.
Let us go home. Together.
To a world under your rightful rule.
To a world all your own.
This is your will? Then behold, a world unmerciful, bereft with benevolent hands and eyes. You find it strange. But this is your world. The world to which you longed to return. Alas, if only you had chosen to become sovereign. At the end of your travails, you could have ruled over these lands in perpetual peace. Yet that world of limitless possibilities has ended. You stand now upon its remains, the vestiges of a world that could have been so much more. Innumerable wills have served to deliver this world from extinction time and time again. You alone have refused to carry out that great purpose. What you see before you is the consequence of your apathy. Behold. As it has failed to be chosen, and as 'twill ne'er be read, this world will soon cease to exist. In the blink of an eye, the sickle of oblivion will reap aught that you have known. I would advise you not to waste these last moments. Explore the remnants of this world while you can. Perhaps, in doing so, you shall come to see the truth, and know the wretchedness of a world unworthy of being chronicled. How shall you fare, I wonder? Will you endure in this world, abandoned and unprotected?
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Battahl. Shall we go and meet with him? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Isis' sting is yours to wield.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. true, and our quarry shall fall! Thank you kindly. I did not mean to trouble you. Have no fear. Everything will be all right. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. What has become of the world? Would that there was someone who could explain this madness.
Come to think of it, did not Silver Fate speak of releasing the world from its bonds in the seafloor shrine?
This is indeed the world unbound. Perhaps we ought to seek out his wisdom.
Hoping to take flight, are you? Not if I have aught to say about it.
Splendid. Magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. My protection. Well done. Well done, Master. Enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. That's it. Now's our chance to strike. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. and our quarry shall fall!
No harm shall come to you! Thank you. Never you fret. We all have our moments.
When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame.
A wake stone arisen. It harbors the power to bring the dead back to life. What has become of the world? Would that there were someone who could explain this madness.
Come to think of it, did not Sir Raphaeus speak of releasing the world from its bonds in the seafloor shrine?
If it is indeed the world unbound, then perhaps we ought to seek out his wisdom.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
On my way! I will finish this, here and now! Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Isis' sting is yours to wield! I shan't let them harm you.
Be wary!
without end. Then let us fell it, and grant its servants their deserved rest. Stout undead! has become of the world? Would that there were someone who could explain this madness.
Come. But think of it. Did not Sir Raffaele speak of releasing the world from its bonds in the seafloor?
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Most of our guests are only do take care to leave the room as you found it. If there's one thing I shan't say. Tis untidy. Lodgers. Always a pleasure.
Over here, if you please.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
Your pawn is nowhere to be seen, Master. But where would a pawn possibly go, leaving their own master behind?
Perhaps this too is Lord Phases' doing. We ought to go and speak with him at the Forbidden Magic Research Lab.
We must find more manuscripts on this topic.
I've a niggling feeling I've forgotten something.
What am I thinking?
Is this how our world is to meet its end?
Arisen. I suspected as much, given that your pawn still remains. One might hypothesize that your pawn is sustained by your vital essence. Or perhaps something more. In any case, we ought to apprise one another of the situation. Is there aught you would... Ah, yes. I trust it has... After you vanished, together with the Red Drat, 'twas perhaps a month from that evil day when a new calamity befell us. A host of dragons descended from the skies and fell upon the land with fang and claw. Laz the Oracle called upon me ere you arrived. As she tells it, Melve and its environs have already fallen prey to the beasts. 'Tis surely only a matter of time before the rest of the kingdom follows suit. I found the poor creature collapsed by the wayside near Battahl. Recognizing your pawn, I decided to take the ailing thing into my custody. I thought it possible that the Arisen's pawn might hold the key to making sense of all this madness. Alas, try what I might, your pawn will not wake. Mayhap you will succeed where I could not. The pawn is, after all, yours to command. Indeed, in your absence, I had hoped your pawn might yield. Tell me, Arisen, what became... So, following your plunge into the sea on the dragon's back, some mysterious presence reached out to you. Could that have been the World Forged? Yet why would such a being linger in those fathomless depths? I can only speculate, and speculate I shall. This ought to prove a fruitful avenue of investigation. For that, I thank you. Now, if you can find a way to end this interminable slumber, your pawn is, of course, free to rejoin you.
Oh, Master! How long I've slept! Far too long, it seems. But worry not. Now that I am awake, I shall follow wherever you lead. I can scarcely see a thing in this murk.
Was I headed?
I'm quite sure my theory is sound.
At last, the puzzle begins to...
So now that I think of it, I do seem to recall Lord Phasus lamenting that he be reduced to aiding you. But it matters not. Both he and we seek to devise some means of forestalling. If you've an interest in helping us fight this battle, 'tis all the same. Either way. This world needs no...
Would you mind... coming over here? The month I spent with Lord Phases was a queer experience indeed. Let my magics grant you an elemental food. I will protect you. Whatever it is you need, I shall gladly oblige.
That was a skillful bit of thieving. Do your vocation proud.
Enchantment of cold to freeze our bones. Look out, Commission! We're under attack! Move nimbly by clinging to the terrain. Try to keep it within your gaze at all times. Mayhap if we follow close behind it, we could find a way to get ourselves into an advantageous position.
Understood.
harm you. My magic in your weapon. Fury of the elements. Our foe is repelled by some miracle. Now this region shall be safe, at least for the time being.
Caelid, kemen rostindo me morvea kurui you halan lomemel. I am called Darren. My brother taught me to speak your... I learned the words, but others of your kind have come here. Oh, but I cannot stay. I must, see to the Arbor Heart.
Falomatari non fear.
Fear al-Caelid.
Pelinolwende Sinde Soron.
Kana el Kemenhum.
Isolod Fanun, Nandawin Le Karen.
My duty is the Arborheart, she is called. She has been with us a very long time. She is nature's very heart, and a pillar of strength for my people. We have always lived in harmony with nature, and the Arborheart is our connection to the land. Yet, day by day, her strength is failing. I must give her nourishment of the soil to help her recover. A special kind, called Gwifentia in my language. I know not what you would call it in yours. Once, a dwarf wandered into the arbor and gifted some to us. It filled the Arborheart with life. Now, little remains. Too little for the Arborheart to recover her strength in full. She begins to... Do you know of this substance? It must be found outside the arbor somewhere, if you find any. Will you tell me where it lies?
You can always depend upon me to translate for you, Master. Gwifentia is the Elvish word for scale cinder.
In your tongue, it is called scale cinder? Where can it be found, I wonder?
Now, scale cinder is a byproduct of the Battahl smithing style. A Battahl blacksmith ought to be able to tell us more.
If you see him on your journey, will you let me know?
I cannot begin to fathom what will become of the world after this. In truth, I cannot help but fear what lies ahead. Yet I shall defend our master's world all the same.
You say you're on the hunt for Gwifentia. Darren asked that of you, I expect. 'Tis said a woefully lost blacksmith once stumbled into the arbor and left some of it with us upon parting. In your language, 'tis called by another name. Of course. Scale Cinder. That's the one. It can be found in Battahl, I believe. I know no more than that. It isn't much talked about, you see. The blacksmith was a dwarf, and the elders rather prejudiced about their ilk.
Over here, if you please.
Elelote anfir osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fe. Avehum. Sinde fir areng.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Sfindamund Fionaro.
Now here's a surprise. A splendid discovery. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
I fear for the arbor.
Arid Stor.
Morfa Menelsa.
I fear for the arbor. Yet would seem there is far more at stake here.
The language of the elves is entirely foreign to me. Yet from their manner, I gather they are a proud people.
The elves are a people worth befriending, if we can but find a way to soften their hearts. hath my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare.
A Caelid fil Arume fa in Itarond. Etele el Dali. Ya noon we. In Lalasta.
I fear the arbor.
A Cael fil Arume fa in Iterond, Atele. Eldalia Noon in Lalasta.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter. We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
I fear for the arbor. Yet would seem there is far more at stake here.
I've just had a thought. Have you always pursued your current vocation over the course of your journey with the Arisen? No. I was once a fighter, safeguarding our master with shield in hand.
Elelote an osto silfa malantha alecano mine. In fair ave. Angudu telpe.
A mystic spear hand. What a marvelous vocation. Of course, we shall play our part in turn. We are here to support you, Arisen.
I fear for the arbor. Yet would seem there is far more at stake here. The very world is under threat.
Fanon.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here? We're here, Master.
I know when I'm beaten. What am I supposed to do? Got some work for me, eh?
Aye. What brings you to Brocker's smithy? Looking for scale cinder, are we? Oh, 'tis at an elf's behest, you say. Elves and dwarves don't get along unless... Listen, I happen to know there's one bit of all elven fare's bland as grass. All of it. That is, of course, no dwarf would openly, but the fact of the matter is, the mere smell of that dish has dwarves
So the blacksmith ought grant us some Gwyfenture in exchange for Nutriarb. Shall we inform Miss Derrin of this, Master? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Would you mind coming over here? So the blacksmith ought grant us some Gwyfenture in exchange for Nutriarb. Shall we inform Miss Derrin of this, Master? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. The day grows darker with our every step. We shall have to rely on our other senses as the darkness robs us of our sight.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses. Follow me, if you would. Our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide. It is not for us to gain...
Procuring goods at market is ever a trial. It is difficult to predict what one will require ahead of time.
Every stumble or misstep can prove a valuable lesson. Allow me to open yon chest.
Where are the skeletons?
Are only to be defeated. Skulls are smashed beyond repair. I will protect you. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Do your rotation proud. The creature is gone. Let us revel in the knowledge that this region has escaped its destruction.
'Tis no small wonder that ox carts have ceased operation. Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. Its heart is most vulnerable. Stilling its pulse is no mean feat, but it can't be done. Strike at the heart while it is lost!
Since times of remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. and I shall harness it to your benefit. Then I bid ye farewell.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
The sky glows.
Here we are.
Have you found Gwefencha? A dwarven blacksmith? But elves and dwarves do not see. You believe he will if I prepare an elven dish, Nutriarp. Are you certain? It is a pungent, but I shall prepare it. If it has any chance, would you be willing to gather the... You won't have to go far to find them. I thank you. Bring them to me, and I will prepare
Rotten fish and apples? My stomach lurches at the very thought. But I suppose we ought to procure them all the same. Right you are.
I fear for the Arbor. It would seem there is far more at stake here. The very word.
Halana fear imine.
Elelote and osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum. Sinde fir arenka.
Well chosen, Arisen. I'm certain you'll master that vocation as no other could. I eagerly await the battles to come.
Elelote and osto silfa malantha alecano.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for them. All I've learned, I shall turn to your... Good morrow, everyone.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Ready to forge on?
Elelote osto silfa malantha alekano mine in fair avehum. Angudu telpe.
The flow of time feels almost unsteady.
It would seem this is no longer the world we know. Is there no way to return things to how they were before?
Salma Arenfen, Alekano Nanderin.
A different path would serve us better now. I'll lead the way.
An astounding discovery. Most impressive. Such a thing escaped my master's notice entirely. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
Our combined might is a force to be reckoned with. I say we forge on together for as long as we may.
I'll go and open the chest. The red clouds are suffused with ill intent. Might they not be someone's will made manifest? There must be a way to force them to recede. There must. Over here, if you please.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. A chance you'd like to see it?
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. We must not let down our guard. Our foe is repelled by some miracle. Now this region shall be safe, at least for the time being. I shan't let them harm you.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny they have their uses.
I would fain aid you if you are in need.
Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements.
Do not despair.
I'm coming to your aid. Your aid is appreciated.
Was a glorious success!
Once more.
Coolion fear lassity.
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness pawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control and, in time, will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands. How terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among our number.
Elelote an fi osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum. Angudu telpe.
I fear for the Arbor, yet 'twould seem there is far more at stake here. The very world is under threat.
Nandawin fair no Endiliran Anuma.
The sky glows red with fury. Do you have the ingredients? Oh, I would like to
I fear for the Arbor, yet 'twould seem there is far more at stake here. The very world.
Non liatilmo.
A Cael fil cap Arume fa in Iterond. Atella elfinant high.
Vindamund. Yarmen ran soron.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter. We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Master! I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. This seems a decent spot for a campsite. A chance to recover our strength would be most welcome. Formidable arisen.
formidable foe. I hope we have not met our match.
Its strength must be manifold our own. We shall have to watch its movements carefully.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
Why do we not use their range to our advantage? Understood. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Shall come to you.
Thank you kindly. I did not mean to trouble you. Have no fear. Everything will be all right. I believe yon foe is drawn to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns, lest we summon it unwittingly. We ought to make it through this with barely a scratch. The battle rages on. Do not let down your guard. Here, an enchantment of cold frees our foes.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. It is no small wonder that ox carts have ceased operation, given the state of things. Will the day ever come when we might employ one again? I will protect you. You would have us press on without delay? By your will, Arisen.
Do your vocation proud.
Arisen. We ought to heal ourselves while we've the chance. Fight! Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. Flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doused in oil. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it? Isis' sting is yours to wield! I shan't let them harm you. We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?